Hello and welcome back to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It's Ireland up against New Zealand in their second Pool C clash. We just witnessed South Africa, the Blitzboks, go down to Great Britain. So heartbreak there. South Africa will have it all to do in their final game against Ireland. New Zealand, of course, losing out in their first game to South Africa. So it's an ebb and flow here as New Zealand kick off from right to left. Ireland gather the possession and play from deep inside their 22. New Zealand desperate for a victory, putting the pressure on defence here, pushing Ireland back, keeping them inside their 22 and all over the ball there, New Zealand. The referee says penalty, New Zealand tap and go. They want to play quickly. It's all action. Trying to catch the defence, snapping New Zealand with an opportunity here. This is going to be a try, surely. Yes, it is. It's try time for New Zealand. It's Joe Webber who opens up the account here. New Zealand capitalising legally over the ball at ruck time when Ireland were in possession. Got the penalty, took the quick tap, kept the ball alive, and Joe Webber scores the first 5-pointer. Make that an extra 2. The conversion is good. It's 7 points to 0. New Zealand starting hot. We saw it in the South African game. Great Britain just with those 2 early tries. South Africa were never able to really find their way back into the game. We need the accuracy, not only in possession, but on defence as well. And South Africa conceding 2 early tries and eventually going down by 17 points to 12. But from the restart, Ireland come away with it. The chip ahead, the bounce of the rugby ball, unforgiving there. New Zealand back in possession, but inside their 22. Playing from deep. They had an advantage, a scrum advantage, but still in possession, New Zealand. Down this left-hand touchline, keeping the ball alive. The defence have to contend with this quick play from New Zealand now, working their way outside the 22, down this blind, the right-hand blind side. Just not able to hold on to the ball there, New Zealand. Strong defence in contact caused the ball to fumble forward. It's going to be a scrum down to Ireland with just over 4 minutes to play. So yes, you've got to be strong on attack, but defensively you've got to make your tackles. Dominant tackle there from the Irish defender. Results in a scrum for them 5 metres from this right-hand touchline on New Zealand's 10-metre mark. Ireland looking to straighten the line. New Zealand trying to make a nuisance of themselves at ruck time. Unable to do so, and here come Ireland. Tackle around the bootlaces there from the All Blacks defender. Has pushed Ireland back inside their own half. Under pressure there, and it's a knock-on this time around. Scrum down to New Zealand. The ball seems a little bit slippery for the moment, but you got to make them stick. And on that occasion, Ireland coming up short. New Zealand will have the advantage with the scrum, with just over 2.5 minutes to play in this first half. Both teams desperate for a victory after losing the opening rounds respectively. But here come New Zealand down this right-hand blind side. Not able to secure the ball there. The referee awarding the penalty to Ireland. The pendulum keeps swinging back and forth after that early try from New Zealand. Ireland fighting their way back, one must say, and they have the penalty here. Kicking to touch down this right-hand side to set up a line-out play. Something you see more often in the seven-man game. More often you also see a scrum down, but because of where they are on the field, opting to gain some territory, Ireland. But it's a line-out set play with just over 1.5 minutes to go in this first half. It's New Zealand who lead by 7 points to 0. No contest there, but also not able to hold on to the ball. It's Dardis there who just couldn't hold on for Ireland. And New Zealand will have the scrum down just inside the Irish half. On the Irish 10-metre mark, New Zealand with the 3-on-3 scrum. Here come New Zealand breaking away now. Into the 22 of Ireland, keeping the ball alive. It went loose for a moment. It's a little step, and it's a try. It's the second try for New Zealand. Rocco Lesoa scores. Avuila Rocco Lesoa with a lovely little step to finish off there. And New Zealand hit back with another try. Ireland will have it all to do come second half. But it's that man, Avuila Rocco Lesoa. From the restart, Ireland gather now, but New Zealand trying to counter-ruck. The confidence sky high for the moment. The All Blacks 14 points to 0 up. Normal time is up. The next break in play will be half time. And Ireland kick it ahead, chasing after this ball and regathering into the 22 of New Zealand. The referee says play on. It's a wonderful counter-ruck. All that work done to get the ball back. Ireland have conceded possession. New Zealand holding the ball up inside their own half here. Setting up the ruck, playing down this left-hand side now, looking for their third try. It's not only how much ball you have, but what you can do with it. Can New Zealand do something with it for the moment? Into Irish territory now, still in possession. Putting the phases together, New Zealand. Here they come down this left-hand side. Is there an opportunity? Into the 22. The bounce of the rugby ball in favour of New Zealand, but the ball is sticking. It's going to be a penalty here for New Zealand. Ireland infringing all over the park, not finding their shape on defence. It's McNulty who's going to go to the bin. So Ireland will start the second half with one player down. New Zealand have a real opportunity here. "15 metres in from this left-hand touchline. Inside the 22 of Ireland, and New Zealand decide to put it into touch. And now they're only 6 metres out. with the line-out set play to come, and of course, one less defender to beat. If they can get the ball out wide, it's surely going to be a try. Surely now, New Zealand with the line-out feed. Normal time, long up on the clock. Trick play from New Zealand there. Nothing comes of it. You thought it was going to go to the back of the line-out. They shifted it to the front, but just not able to hold on to the ball. And that is half-time for the moment. New Zealand, importantly though, with 2 converted tries to go up at half-time by 14 points to 0. And of course, Ireland will start the second half with 1 man down, not doing themselves any favours. Not much can be said in this 2-minute break, but Ireland have to find their rhythm, unlike the Blitzboks. Maybe they can learn a few things. You've got to start early. And it has seemed for the most part South Africa left it all a little bit too late, too much to do. Ireland don't want to fall into the same trap. But they've got to be the team to score next, albeit they have 6 men on the field. With that yellow card from McNulty, New Zealand are in the pound seats for the moment, as we see the likes of Antoine Dupont warming up for the French. By far, the French team's most celebrated player, deciding to switch to the 7-man game, which up to this point has been effortless. It's like this game was tailor-made for Antoine Dupont. We miss him in the 15-man game, should I say. France struggling in the Six Nations. But of course, he has his own aspirations. And that has started here in Vancouver as we just about kick off the second half. Ireland from right to left, playing under advantage, gathering the restart. Ireland score. That's a try for the Irish. They went shoulder to shoulder there from the kickoff. New Zealand knocked it on, and Ireland managed to regather the ball under advantage. A rather lazy attempt there from the All Blacks to get that restart back. And the second half has started just as Ireland would have liked. They score a try. It's Niall Comerford who scores. The conversion is good. It's 7 points to 14. Ireland still trail, and again, it's like deja vu. New Zealand not able to hold on to that ball from the restart. And Ireland gaining the ascendancy here in the second half. Can they release the likes of Jordan Conroy, the man with the jet shoes? It's an infringement from the restart there. One of the New Zealand players playing that ball from an offside position. Ireland via McNulty, who's back on the field, looking to make amends, looking to level up the scores on the 10-meter mark of New Zealand. Playing down this right-hand blind side. And holding on, says the referee. New Zealand fighting back legally over the ball, and the referee says penalty to New Zealand. Ireland not able to do anything with the territorial advantage for the moment. As I mentioned, both these teams desperate for a victory, losing their first games respectively to South Africa and Great Britain. But it all makes for an interesting Pool C. South Africa will have to beat Ireland in their final game to have any hope of progressing. A second loss for Ireland will be catastrophic for their aspirations here in Vancouver. With just over 4.5 minutes to play, New Zealand can't get their line out going and Ireland come away with possession. You've got to take the opportunities that are presented to you. McNulty in possession on this right-hand side. They switch play back to centre field, looking to work their way into the New Zealand 22. Just fumbled. Trying a little offload there, one of the Irish attackers. But not sticking there, and New Zealand will have the feed to the scrum, in contact, looking to offload. It's the replacement Cribben who's come on, who just couldn't hold on to the ball. The referee blowing for a knock on. New Zealand have the advantage here. It's 3-on-3. Another score from New Zealand will really put a dent in the Irish fight back here. New Zealand play deep from inside their own 22 down this right-hand touchline. In possession. Still on New Zealand. As they switch it down to this left-hand side, a lovely little step there. For the moment, not making much headway, the Irish defence holding firm. But New Zealand, more importantly, keeping the ball alive. Looking to open up some holes in this defence. It's a slip tackle. And New Zealand have a real opportunity now. The referee says you can't play the ball. It was still inside the ruck. Ireland a little bit over-eager there. And New Zealand in possession as time ticks away for Ireland. Can the All Blacks put a third try on the board and put this game beyond doubt? By going 2 scores ahead, here come New Zealand. No one's going to stop him. It's try time. The little shimmy there from Cook Savage to Paya Cook Savage. And he put on the afterburners. Stepped off the left foot. Stepped off the left foot again. And goes over to score for New Zealand. The conversion, crucial. Unfortunately, shaving the right hand upright. It's 19 points to 7. It's just over 1.5 minutes to play. The All Blacks have taken a stranglehold on this game here in Vancouver. New Zealand with the restart. Ireland have to score immediately from this, but it's gone deep inside the 22. However, Ireland do regather possession. They have to play from deep now. They can't afford to give any possession away. And New Zealand defensively all over the Irish. They can taste their first victory here in Vancouver. It's kicked ahead. Jordan Conroy in chase, but there is an All Black defender in cover. And with just over 30 seconds to play, all seems but lost for Ireland. New Zealand keeping the ball alive. Down this left-hand side, working their way up to halfway. Still in New Zealand's possession. Still on halfway. Ireland holding up defensively, but they need the ball in hand to get the ball over the line. And New Zealand with a real opportunity here. It's gone a little bit loose at the moment. We're on the Irish 10-meter mark. It's going to be a penalty for Ireland. But they will not be able to come back in this game. Time is up. Normal time up on the clock. Is there a consolation try for Ireland here? Working their way up to the 10-meter mark of New Zealand, up to the 22. It's Conroy. Just can't get away. Penalty, says the referee. New Zealand trying to dig in there. Mickelson, the culprit, but Ireland play quick from the penalty. It's a tap and go. The referee calls him back. You've got to take it on the mark. Ireland looking to play really quickly, but the referee just having a conversation with one of the New Zealand defenders there. You've got to be 10 meters back from the tap and go. Ireland with an opportunity here. Is it a try? It's a consolation if at that. Is this a conversation for the TMO? Yes, it is. Mickelson, the last man on defense there. You have to feel that that ball was grounded. And it is a try, but it's all a little bit too late for the Irish. Up to double figures. Conor O'Sullivan gets over. Did well to keep control of that ball from the tackle of Mickelson. The conversion is good. But Ireland go down to New Zealand by 14 points to 19. Up next, stay tuned. We've got France against Samoa. The likes of Anton Dupont making his debut here in Vancouver. Until then, see you in a bit.